Welcome back to Little Willow Homestead, guys. I just wanted to share with you today we got a new batch of meat birds. We actually were going to wait and do a batch in the fall, but our hatchery that's local stops hatching babies June 26th. And so we went ahead and decided we would go ahead and hurry up and order another batch so we could get them out on pasture and whatnot before it got too hot. And I just decided, when I ordered them, I was like, oh, I'll order a few extra and see how it goes, and hopefully I'll be able to sell them. Well, I got a phone call from a guy that only eats kosher meat, and he asked me if I would sell him live birds, and I thought that was so awesome. And he said, that he would be willing to buy 20 a batch from me if I would raise them for him. And so I'm super excited. So I'm going to turn this around so you guys can see. Here they are. Say hi, guys. So we got 40 birds this time. Let me see if I can open this. They've really been trying to jump out, so I have to be really careful. These guys are feisty. Feistier than the last ones. In fact, my last ones didn't come out very much at first. They really stayed underneath of that heat lamp. So it must be the weather. You guys are so funny. Anyways, yeah, that's we went ahead and bought 40 birds this time. They all look really good. I did get 5-week-old birds. I asked them to add 5, and they said they could add 5-week-old birds to my order when I got there. So yeah, so we're super excited about doing another batch, and we're gonna build another chicken tractor and get that up and running, and I don't know, see how it goes. I didn't anticipate or plan on raising a bunch of meat birds to sell. I used to do that, but I was really excited when I was contacted, and this guy wanted birds, and I just, I put it on Craigslist thinking, I may or may not get a call. I used to get calls when I raised them before, so I'm gonna go out here where the lighting is a little bit better. But yeah, I put an ad up though, I don't know, a couple months ago, I think, when I first started raising this other batch of meat birds, and I didn't get any calls, or at least I didn't think I got calls. I did get a few calls, but I thought people wanted to buy my egg layers as meat birds, and I was like, no, I don't want to sell these guys to you if you're gonna eat them. And of course I talked him out of it, and that's actually what I thought this guy was calling me for, was to buy some of my egg layers to eat. And that's how our conversation was going. And I was asking him if he knew about Cornish cross, and he said, well, yeah, isn't that what's in your picture? And I didn't realize that he was calling about the Cornish cross ad that I had up. And so I was just kind of shocked. And anyway, so hi girls, this is the babies that I have left. In fact, they're all gonna go inside. I'm gonna go in here and show you guys I say babies, but they're not babies anymore. They're 3 months old now. If I can get this open with one hand. I just sold the last of the ones that I was selling. Turn the light on in here, maybe that'll refocus. Okay, perfect. So yeah, I have hardly any left. I have 9 girls left in here. I have 2, let's see, Silver Lace Wyandottes. I have 2 Buff Orpingtons, and I have 5 of the Black Australorps, and that's it. That's all I have out of, actually ordered 65 birds. I I still have some actually of the Americanas. I can go over there and show you guys those. But yeah, I ended up selling most of them. I bought a ton with the intention on keeping a ton. Then I was like, it isn't feasible. It's not going to work. They're not going to fit into my other coop. I could always turn this into a coop if I wanted to, but I really do want to keep this as like I call it, my juvenile delinquent home. These girls aren't juvenile delinquents anymore. They're actually really good, sweet girls. But so yeah, so I ended up selling most of them, and I just sold the last 9 today. I delivered them to a lady when I picked up my meat bird chicks and my feed today. So yeah. I do believe that if you are looking to be able to raise egg layers and make money doing it, if you sell your eggs, that this is the way to go. That they're being crazy girls. Because if you raise them up and then sell off most of them, you're going to recoup the cost for all of the feed that you fed to all of the birds. And so the birds that you keep essentially are free. And then you're going to feed them for a little bit longer. And then you're going to sell eggs. If you sell the eggs and then keep back just what your family's going to use, you're going to make a little bit of a profit. Either that or it's going to be free for you. And I don't know about you, but for me, if I can get my food for my family for free, then I'm ahead. That's how I look at it. Because that's the whole goal in homesteading, is being self-sufficient. It isn't making a ton of money. That's not my goal. My goal isn't to make a ton of money. If my feed is paid for and these birds are paying for themselves, I'm happy. And it's been pretty neat because we've actually started we've set aside all the chicken money and we've kept track of all of it. And these birds started to pay for themselves a while back. All of our egg money that we were selling went into that. And so every time we would need feed, we would pull out of that. And then when we'd sell a bird, we put money into it. And then when we need feed, we pull out of it. And so when I went to buy the meat birds today, which mind you, I have not even gotten any money for those birds yet, because those guys are still out on pasture. They go into processing next Tuesday. But I was able to pull out money from that and buy my chicks and buy all of my feed and my pine shavings. And when I say all of my feed, I mean all of my feed for the entire batch of chickens, the entire batch of meat birds. So, I mean, if you do it right, these guys can pay for themselves and you're essentially getting your food for free. I would eventually like to make some money doing it. And obviously, infrastructure is not going to pay. It's not going to be paid off for a long time. We already know that. The sheds, the chicken, the coops and stuff like that. Those, I'm not looking for those things to be paid for, but I am looking for them to pay for themselves. I really do want them to pay for themselves as far as feed and whatnot, and buying the birds themselves. If we can get it, and have it to that point, then I think that's great. And I don't know, that's my whole thing. That's my whole philosophy. I really just want to help provide for my family and eat good food. So anyways, I'm gonna do it again. I almost bought some Americanas when I was at the hatchery. Oh, I was so tempted. I thought, I can just buy 20 and sell them. But I wasn't prepared. I'm not prepared for them right now. I have to get these guys, and I'm probably gonna do it tonight actually, is get these guys in with the main flock, and then my 2 Welsumers that I have over there in the brooder, I'm going to bring over here, and they're going to be in this great big humongous coop, all to themselves, we don't really have anywhere else to put them. They're still barely only 2 months old, not even 2 months old. They're the same age as the meat birds, and the meat birds are just over 7 weeks, so they're 2 months old. They still have another month before they can be integrated with the flock. And so we're going to keep them in here for a month, and then, yeah, so, but once they're out of that cage, I just might have to buy some more chickens, you know. To me, meat birds aren't the same. You handle them, you love on them, but they're not so sociable, and, you know, you're raising them for different reasons, so I don't know. I did really well with the Americanas. Those sold out quicker than anything, and so that's why I was wanting to get some of the Americanas. The Barred Rocks did very well too. My second batch of Barred Rocks didn't do as well as my first batch did, but the Americanas were definitely the hit. They were the ones that everybody was looking for. I actually ended up selling one of mine that I was going to keep for myself, just simply because a lady had called me and basically begged me and asked me if I would consider selling one, because her daughter had lost her bird to a predator. 7 weeks old, I guess they were in some kind of run or something, and she thought she had it blocked off. And anyways, I went ahead and sold her one of my birds. So, but I have plenty. I have more than enough. So actually, I can take you guys over there and show you those guys. I know you guys saw them in some of the videos. Just couple of my very first batch of my Barred Rocks that are just laying down right underneath of those nesting boxes. Hi, girls. Yeah. So these guys are my, it's just the black hopper marans are out here right now. These guys are my black hopper marans. Hi, babies. See, they come right up here. Hi, girls. Hi. Oh, are you going to talk to me? Huh? Yeah. I went ahead and separated them. Once I integrated these guys over here with the main flock. Oh, look at them. They might come up to me. They used to be super friendly, and then once I let them out with the main flock, they didn't want to come near me. They're probably mad at me. I got two little girls. Are you gonna poke your heads out? Or actually one boy and one girl. That's one of my roosters, one of my black hopper maran roosters. So yeah, huh? So I'm gonna keep these guys together because look in here too. I'm gonna be breeding olive eggers, which is the black hopper maran rooster over a Easter egger hen, or vice versa, Easter egger rooster over the black hopper marans. And so we did not order Easter egger roosters, but we ended up with them, so we were all right with it. They've been raised together, so we're hoping they do well. I already have one rooster. He's awesome, and I'm hoping that he'll stay awesome. So far, these guys have been in runs around him, and you know, they have an entire acre to be able to run on, so yeah. Anyways, so that's an update on the new babies and all the different pens and stuff that I have going on, and what I have going on with that. We have so much other stuff going on, and I'll make separate videos on that, like our garden, and I've got my strawberries here that need to go into the ground. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and please like this video if you liked it, and if you have not subscribed, please do so. It'll give me the encouragement to continue to make these videos. We do so much out here, and sometimes I think, oh, I should record this, and you know, it's hard because to take the time to sit and record videos and then edit them and get them up for you guys, it's a lot of work. And I just want to know, you know, that they're being watched and it isn't for nothing, you know, and stuff. So anyways, thank you guys again so much for watching, and God bless you, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and we will see you next time from Little Willow Homestead. Bye.